Welcome back. Several parties in Johannesburg are calling for an independent probe into the recent Ward 82 by-elections in Westbury and Nuclear. The Patriotic Alliance won the council seat, which was previously held by the Democratic Alliance, with a 41.71% of the total votes cast. The parties, including the ANC, Al-Jama, the Democratic Alliance, the EFF, held a joint press briefing yesterday alleging voter manipulation, poor oversight by the IEC and a lack of transparency during the voting process. For more on this, we are now joined by Al-Jama's leader, Hanif Hendricks. Mr. Hendricks, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning. So what happened on Wednesday, sorry?
Look, as you know, Al-Jama, we did very well in the elections. We improved by 400%. However, I was shocked to hear the evidence-based information about how the election went in the 7 voting stations. And the main bone of contention was that we were working with a voter's roll that was flawed. Now, the IEC will argue that they give political parties 2 or 3 days to raise objections against the voters' roll. But you can't expect political parties to examine the 10,000 people on the voters' roll to find out whether they live in the area where they are entitled to be in the voters' roll. So when political parties, including Al-Jama, noticed that several voters were being bussed in from different areas, we obviously were very concerned from day one of the elections. The elections take place over 3 days. So that caused an alarm, and political parties then appointed special investigators and oversight people to monitor what was happening. So in this election, there was very close monitoring to understand what was happening, because suddenly in Ward 82, there was an influx of voters from other areas. Now, that is good for economic development and business, but certainly not, it was harming the integrity of the elections. And we came to a conclusion that this must be very organized, and we weren't surprised that if organized crime was behind the manipulation of the results. Mm-hmm. So we prepared to fight a fair fight, and some parties did well. Other parties, like the DA, did not do so well, and even the ANC.
Yeah.
And we then felt that the election has been captured by organized crime, and we raised concerns about the integrity of the IEC. On the eve, the IEC is having a 2-day conference on Wednesday and Thursday, which I'm attending, to come to suggest reforms to the election system. Mm-hmm. And it was very tragic that on the eve of that conference, that the IEC lost the plot. They did not handle the complaints and grievances effectively. It was as if all the IEC officials in Ward 82 was captured by organized crime.
Okay.
So this
who's behind this organized crime?
7 political parties.
Who's behind the organized crime that you speak of, the manipulation as well as the intimidation?
We are going to lodge a criminal case after giving the IEC an opportunity to say, to have a commission of inquiry. If they don't, we're going to lodge criminal cases, and then the police must do its work and answer your question.
Yeah, but you're calling it organized crimes, and you say that you have evidence. Then it is who's behind this organized crime. based on the evidence that you have at your disposal. You go on to speak about the manipulation as well as intimidation. For instance, with intimidation, you would be able to know who the person behind the intimidation is. So from your evidence, who's behind this organized crime? Who's behind the intimidation?
Look, I don't think there was any intimidation on the 3 days of the elections. There could have been intimidation in the run-up to the elections, and I haven't heard any evidence
but it's the statement
in that regard. I haven't heard any evidence in that regard.
In the statement that you've issued, the joint statement, because you've got various political parties that are raising these issues, the first issue that is raised is that the voter manipulation and intimidation linked to one contesting party, raising questions about the fairness of the election. Which one political party or contesting party is this?
Look, we've decided that we are not going to finger the party, although it's quite obvious that a winning party, will be amongst those parties that were involved in what you just read out now.
Wow, that is quite an allegation that you're making there against the Patriotic Alliance, Mr. Ghanif.
No, I haven't mentioned the name of the Patriotic Alliance. You mentioned it.
Yeah, but in the introduction, we mentioned who won the by-election. You also know who won the by-election.
Well, I didn't hear your introduction.
Yeah, but you know who won the by-election. It's public knowledge. The statement was issued on Thursday that the Patriotic Alliance won the elections.
Look, there are these allegations, and we feel that the best people to decide that would be the police. They must do their work. They have to implement the Electoral Act. All these are allegations. Evidence is on the table. And that was presented at the press conference, and there's a lot of documentation to that effect. And we were shocked when we saw other parties coming with that information. We also did our own research. For example, we went to a house where there were 73 people registered as voters at that particular house. And we also noticed that many people gave the address of the police station as, where they lived. So, Al-Jama, we went to the trouble of visiting 10 houses where there were large numbers of people registered as voters. Our benchmark was over 30. And the maximum was about 75. And we just felt it was unusual for 30 to 75 people to be registered at the same address. So that's the only evidence that Al-Jama could present to the other parties as well.
All right.
But
Mr. Hendricks, unfortunately...
They have, evidence that has shocked us.
Yeah.
So we feel that it would be better for the police to investigate to whether those allegations are legitimate. And the law must take its course, and the political parties, there's more than one.
Okay, let me just quickly ask you, sorry, Mr. Ghanif, because we're running out of time. Have you written to the IEC as yet? What has their response been? And would you like to see a rerun of this by-election?
Look, I will certainly raise this at the 2-day conference of the IEC on Wednesday and Thursday. We've already prepared, letters to the IEC, which I will hand to the chairman and the CEO personally, while the 7-8 parties have written to the IEC. We, as Al-Jama, is going to do a separate letter, which I will hand personally to the CEO, hoping that action will be taken, that they will take the allegations of 7 reputable political parties very seriously. And we're not only talking about smaller parties who are crying foul, we are talking about major parties. So the IEC must take it seriously. Otherwise, we're going to lay criminal charges. And I've suggested that we go to the electoral court, but that suggestion has been noted and not followed up.
All right. So would you like to see a rerun of the by-elections?
Look, we're not interested in a rerun of the by-elections. We are interested in the integrity of the electoral process and the integrity of the voters' roll. Other parties may be interested in a rerun of the by-elections, but Al Jama-ah has better things to do at the moment.
All right.